the cruise.
Oh my God, that was so much fun!
In the Loop presents the Coaster Cruise Guide to the Midway. The only amusement park podcast on location all the time. Here are your hosts, Clint Novak and Will Holder.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Clint Novak. I'm the host and creator of In the Loop presents the Coaster Cruise Guide to the Midway. And what's so funny, man?
I just got the giggles.
What's so funny? I was going to say that Will Holder couldn't be with us today, and we had a better co-host, but obviously this co-host has the giggles today. What's going on?
I do have the giggles. I, of course, am Pat McCabe. You may remember me from such podcasts as the In the Loop Daily Show and the A Walk in the Park podcast.
Very cool. Now, we are here at
Dollywood.
Dollywood. That's right, and we have had a chance. Now, we haven't had a chance to really get around the park yet, but we definitely kicked off our day right here at Dollywood. We went straight to Mystery Mine, and we had a chance to check it out and ride the ride. An incredible ride.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I came in with this. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't understand the theming elements behind this, but Pat came in expecting a lot and still walked away amazed, right?
Yeah. I did all my reviews. I read all the nerd forums, and I knew that I had really high expectations, and still Mystery Mine just blew it out of the water. Incredible experience this ride is.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It starts off right out of the station. You do a little dip, and basically what the Mystery Mine is it touches on the three, what would you call it?
Fables,
myths, folklore, the things not to do in a mine, or that's bad to see in a mine, I guess. One, don't take your boots off in the mine.
Number two, don't whistle in a mine.
And the third one, any other bird other than a canary in a mine is bad luck. So those are the three that they touch on the ride. And right out of the gate, you do a little dip out of the station and into your first scene. And what is that? That's the
first scene is the boots. You're reminded of the boots, and
yes.
Already you're thrown right into this immersive experience where you're really transported into a mine.
It's not a roller coaster at this point. It's a dark ride. It's a very, very high themed dark ride. You touch on that a little bit. You work your way through to the first lift. The first lift being 90 degrees straight up. It's an amazing sight. If you haven't seen, excuse me, I can't pronounce this. I'm not the coaster enthusiast nerd. I think I am. Gerschlauer.
I believe the word you're looking for is Gerschlauer. A
Gerschlauer
Eurofighter.
There you go. The 90 degree lift straight up. It's an amazing sight, especially just to come right up. Again, you're in the theming element of the ride. It's not just, you don't just go right out to the lift.
Yeah.
You're going through it, and then you come up to the lift. Straight up the 90 degrees after a momentary pause at the bottom.
Yeah, I love the momentary pause because it sits there and you look straight up at what's going to happen, and you're just like, oh man, it's coming.
And then you do a little horseshoe maneuver, kind of a sideways thing at a 90 degree drop. Can't forget the 90 degree drop. A couple twist turns into the second scene, which is the birds' bad luck in the mine, except for the canary, which you do see the canary, and you see the other birds as well.
Yep.
And then the second lift.
The second
90
lift
degrees
is really
higher,
something.
steeper,
longer.
Scary
Very
stuff. We won't go into the details about what's at the top of the lift, but we will tell you this. You forget once you're at the top, you forget that you're at the top with the scene they put up there, and then you are reminded, very rudely, mind you, that there is a very large drop there, 90 degrees straight down. And then you go into this really cool maneuver. What's the coaster enthusiast total nerdy term for it?
Well, I believe the total nerdy term would be, it's a big finale. You have a inclined heartline twist into a half heartline twist and then a half loop. And that's a great, you get major hang time in that loop too.
And it's really cool because the heartline twist is kind of going uphill as it does the twist. So you're going really fast into it, but it slows down as you get to the top of the half loop thingy, majiggy.
That
thing. So there's not much that could top a ride like this in the United States or the world, but something that could possibly give it a run for its money is just down the midway, and that's Thunderhead.
Thunderhead, the wooden coaster by GCI, a crystal smooth ride, it's got great speed, great crossovers, another just a fantastic job by the guys over at GCI.
Okay, of course, we got the Millennium Flyer trains sporting that out. Great operations, running it very fast. The trains, very smooth. Everything was great. We had a front row seat for it, and it was a really, really cool ride.
I loved it. I'm a big fan.
And lots of crossovers and dips. And the way the rides here work with the terrain is actually very, very cool. Obviously, Dollywood is right in the Smoky Mountains. Yeah, and the terrain that they use for these rides are incredible. So it's fun to be able to go on the rides and really not be that far off the ground, but you're still booking and going up and down hills and stuff like that. So it makes it an interesting ride experience.
And me and Clint, we both have never been to Dollywood before, so this is just our first time with the Dollywood experience. I drove 9 hours. Clint?
7.5 hours. And it's
So,
definitely worth it so far. We've only been on 2 rides.
2 rides. If you said I had to leave now, I would leave smiling because that's how good they are. They were really awesome.
All right, so Dollywood obviously known for a lot of stuff other than their great rides. We got entertainment. We've got food. We've got lots of stuff we've got to try out, right?
We should probably go check that out.
Probably go check that out. So let's go hit the midways and see what else we can find.
Here at Dollywood, they care a lot about nature and the environment. As you can see behind me in this area here is the world's largest habitat of non-releasable bald eagles. So they take them in here, give them a good home, and make sure they live a good life.
One of the unique things about Dollywood is that they have their own chapel right inside the amusement park for the park employees, guests of the park, and even season pass holders. Some of the season pass holders find that this is their regular church that they go to year-round, except for those 3 months, obviously, that Dollywood's not open. They hold services here every Sunday. They have their own post office. That's right, their own post office. You can get a postcard inside, stamp it, and send it off to those relatives to brag about your trip to Dollywood. Woo! All right, we're at the back of Craftsman's Valley where we find Blazing Fury and the Tennessee Tornado. And I believe Pat's up there getting ready to ride Tennessee Tornado right now, so we should probably sit up there, see how he likes it. Let's go see it. Tell us about the Aero looper they got here.
Well, it's really fast and really smooth, and lots of G's too. When we were even in the front row, we were pulling lots of G's.
Where are we, Pat?
We are at Blazing Fury. All right, at this time I'm joined by Pete Owens, the Public Relations Manager here at Dollywood, and right here is the site of the new for 2008 attraction, the River Battle. Now, Pete, can you tell us a little more about it?
Well, it's going to be a really highly themed Mac River Battle ride. So it's going to really encompass families in a battle between beavers and all of the other woodland creatures in the Smokies. The beavers are going to be building a dam right about where we're standing. And in the lake that is built, families will have an opportunity to ride rafts, 6 people at a time. Mm-hmm. Each one of those folks have guns. And they're able to shoot one another, animal targets that are all along the shore, and then also people that are standing on the shore. But also the folks that are on shore can shoot back at the folks that are on the boats. So it's going to be a great opportunity for an interactive, really soaking experience in the summertime. But then in our shoulder seasons in the spring and in the fall, really more of a target kind of a shootout kind of a ride, because there are more than 100 targets all the way around, and there's no possible way that even though the ride's almost 5 minutes in length, you won't have time to shoot all of the targets on any one individual trip. So what we're trying to do is to build a ride that's more interactive for families, give an alternative, because it's basically for walking age. It's currently has a 36-inch height requirement, and so it'll have an opportunity to really, right over there, kind of right behind us where you can't see is Mystery Mine, and over on this side that you can't see on the other side is where the Tennessee Tornado is. So you've got two kind of robust 48-inch height requirements, and we want to have a family ride that's right here in the middle.
And now that's not the only new part to Dollywood in 2008. You guys are connecting the U, correct?
That's correct. We're actually standing right in the middle of a connector between Timber Canyon, which is that way, and Craftsman's Valley, which is that way. And the opportunity is going to be that we're going to have a walkway so that you can kind of walk your way around and make it from Mystery Mine or Thunderhead and make it to the Tennessee Tornado in about 600 feet rather than having to walk all the way around. And folks are really going to be able to come in, enjoy whichever side of the park they want to enjoy first, and then have an opportunity to connect through. But it also gives us a great corridor for future development to add some more rides as we move forward, and other attractions and maybe a theater or other things as we move forward.
All right, well, thank you very much. We're looking forward to River Battle in 2008 and Dollywood going full circle. I think the Coaster Crew, we might have to come back next year.
We'd love to have you.
All right, well, as you probably can see, we're now in day 2. I know we've just had a sudden stop in the video, and that's due to rain. We can't predict the weather patterns in the Smoky Mountains here, and in the middle of filming yesterday, we had a fairly decent rainstorm come through, and the camera had to get put away for the rest of the day. So, unfortunately, we were unable to finish our podcast here at Dollywood. But we did want to touch up on a few things that we didn't get a chance to do. Some ride reviews, Blazing Fury, Tennessee Tornado, and some of the other rides before we head off into the park for day number 2, which you are not going to be a part of. That's just going to be our little fun day, right? Little fun day.
Let's hear. What did you? We talked to you when you got off the Tennessee Tornado, and that's pretty much when the rain started. What did you think of the ride?
Well, I love the Tennessee Tornado myself. It was a very smooth coaster, and that's confusing because most arrows aren't the smoothest rides. It's smooth, fast. It's really an excellent ride.
Yeah, I really enjoy this one. This by far is my favorite aero coaster. Really big inversions, big inversions. This sucker just engulfs these huge loops. The tunnel, which I was not expecting, they kept that kind of hidden from me. And it was overall a very short ride, but it was a good ride nonetheless. And Blazing Fury, what a neat, interesting little, I guess, again, it's following kind of the Mystery Mine feel. Yeah. It's a dark ride in a roller coaster. You know, it's really cool. Indoor coaster. Very, very cheesy scenes and stuff like that, animatronics. But overall, it's still
cheesy.
Good.
Some of the effects are old, but some of the effects they still work. Like they still have some of the classics in there that really make it for a good ride. Something that you don't find anywhere else. You find it here, and I think one other park.
And when you're going across the burning wooden bridge, watch yourself.
Yes,
watch yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. So when you get out here, just watch yourself. Overall, the park is an amazing park. The landscaping, the food, the rides. It's really, they have the whole total package here. Everybody's very friendly. I know earlier in the show we met crazy old Coot, who is up at the Mystery Mine. Continued all day long to run into us and was just the nicest of people. I mean, this guy really, I guess, embraced that Dollywood friendliness and really just continued to show that off for us as we were running around the park yesterday doing our thing. So,
and one really neat thing about Dollywood, most parks, the ride ops are about 15, 16-year-old little kids and things like that. Here, it's a lot of older people, like senior citizens and people like that, and they're all very nice. And they're probably, the crews are faster than the little teenage kids, too.
It's amazing. 19-year-olds would not be able to keep up with these crews here. They're amazing. They're amazing. So I guess that's pretty much it. We need to get in here and hit up day number 2 for us and just kind of enjoy the park before we have to head on back to our final destinations, which would be our homes.
9 hours away.
Yeah, well, 7 for me, but 9 for him. And it's just, basically, I want to say a big thank you to Pete and Ashley yesterday, the PR people here. Very nice people. Great. It was not only fun meeting them, but just having a chance to spend the day with them and hit up the park. They obviously have a very big passion for this park and what they do. Pete, this is to you, man. You are a bag of useless information. That is, you have so much information. I guess it's not useless. It's useful. Yeah. It's useful information. Yes. Yeah. No, it was just a great time being able to go around with you and hear all your stories and telling us about all the different things and all the facts, the fun facts, hearing about Dolly and telling us about her and all that stuff. And it was overall a great day, and Ashley was such a big help, and she's so friendly. Everybody's stopping Ashley on the Midway. Nobody stops Pete, but everybody was stopping Ashley and asking for help in different areas, whether it was trying to find a location in the park or whatever it may be. But it was overall a great time. I want to thank you guys so much for having us out here and letting us do this. It was by far one of our best experiences doing a podcast we've ever had. So.
All right, I want to finish up by saying I was going into Dollywood not expecting too much. I was expecting Mystery Mine, Thunderhead, and not much else. But, I mean, the park is incredible. What really, the best way I could describe it is like it's similar to a Busch Gardens park, but themed around the Smoky Mountains. Like there's Busch Gardens Europe, Busch Gardens Africa, and this is like a Busch Gardens park for the Smoky Mountains. It's that good.
I would say it's almost the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You get your Busch Gardens feel, but without the huge corporation influence. It feels just like a Holiday World or a Kennywood, but it has the big attractions and the overall niceness. It just ranks right up there with those big corporations. And I think that is a huge achievement for this park, and I can see why they're continuously rated one of the top amusement parks in a lot of different fields. So
it's definitely one of the Coaster Crew's favorite parks.
It is. It is definitely, and we will be back next year. I know they have some things on the books that we're not going to be going into detail about right now, but they will be announcing that in the upcoming off season. So we will be back here next year
and
for years to come. So just plan on coming out here with the Coaster Crew, and we'll have a great time. All right?
All right.
So you ready to go hit up the park?
I'm ready to go hit up the park.
All right. You guys have fun sitting at your computers, doing whatever you're going to be doing, because we are getting ready to head back into the park.
My feet are definitely soaked because I got like really big holes in my shoes. Yep. Now my feet are going to be soaked the rest of the day. But I did it for Pat because he said that's what he wanted to see. Yay! Older when he's not here.
And I, of course. 1, 2.
Of course.
I, of course.
Well, you can't start over. We got to start over from the top.
Damn.
Luke presents the Coaster Cruise Guide to the Midway. And what's so funny, man? What's so funny? I was going to say that Will Holder couldn't be with us today.
Okay, you guys look a little out of focus.
It should be focused by itself.
Good morning.
Good morning.